Hello, my dear students, and welcome to your favorite educational YouTube channel, Educator Preda. That's me, or as you also popularly know me as English Wali Ma'am. So, आज हमारी ये जो T20 सीरीज है EPL इसका नेक्स्ट सेशन है जिसमें we are going to be reading chapter Footprints Without Feet, which is chapter number 5 of your supplementary reader. So, let us start reading the chapter. The two boys started in surprise at the fresh muddy imprints of a pair of bare feet. What was a barefooted man doing the steps of a house in the middle of London? And where was the man? As they gazed, a remarkable sight met their eyes. A fresh footmark appeared from nowhere. Further footprints allowed one another descending the steps and progressing down the street. The boys followed, fascinated, until the muddy impressions became fainter and fainter and at last disappeared altogether. The explanation of the mystery was really simple enough. The bewildered boys had been following a scientist who had just discovered how to make the human body transparent. तो ये जो स्टोरी है फुटप्रिंट्स विदाउट फीट दिस इज अ स्टोरी ऑफ अ साइंटिस्ट नेम ग्रिफिन जिसने एक पोशन जो था वो डिस्कवर किया था which could make the human body go transparent. Okay, so ये उसको कैसे यूज करता है, right? And what all happens in his life. So जो beginning of the chapter है उसमें ये बताया गया है that there were two boys who were just passing and then they saw कि mud पर कुछ foot के impressions हैं. Okay, first they see it says a boy started in surprise at the fresh muddy imprints of a pair of bare feet. Bare means not wearing any shoes or any slippers. मतलब जो पैर थे वो बिल्कुल भी कवर्ड नहीं थे तो ये जो बॉयज थे ये थोड़े हैरान हुए कि ये किसके पैर हैं. Alright, and then these boys what they did, they started following those footsteps. जो वो footsteps थे वो मड पे बनते जा रहे थे, but there was no particular man who could be physically seen. तो जैसे ये बॉयज उन फुटप्रिंट्स को फॉलो कर रहे थे वो धीरे धीरे फेंट होते गए एंड अल्टीमेटली वो जो फुटप्रिंट्स थे वो completely गायब हो गए. Griffin the scientist had carried out experiment after experiment to prove that human body could become invisible. Finally, to prove that human body could become invisible, uh, finally he had been carrying out experiment after experiment to prove that human body could become invisible. Finally, he swallowed certain rare drugs and his body became as transparent as a sheet of glass, though it also remained as solid as glass. तो जो ग्रिफिन था उसकी बॉडी कैसे हो गई थी, जैसे कांच का एक शीट होता है, पतला सा शीट होता है ना, which is of course very transparent but it is very solid at the same time. Brilliant scientist though he was, Griffin was rather a lawless person. His landlord disliked him and tried to eject him. In revenge, Griffin set his house on fire. To get away without being seen, he had removed his clothes. Thus, it was that he became a homeless wanderer without clothes, without money, and quite invisible, until he happened to step in some mud and left footprints as he walked. तो ये जो पार्ट है स्टोरी का इसमें ग्रिफिन के कुछ कैरेक्टर ट्रेट्स बताए गए हैं. So he was a brilliant scientist, but at the same time he was lawless. Lawless का मतलब जो लॉ के अगेंस्ट काम करता है. Alright, so इतना उसके अंदर गुस्सा भी था ग्रिफिन के अंदर, very impatient, very short tempered. You know, when the landlord said that I don't like you probably because of your behavior, your conduct, तो उसने क्या किया, लैंडलॉर्ड के घर पे फायर लगा दिया, आग लगा दी उसके घर पर. Correct? And to escape what he did, so he moved out without wearing any clothes and it was very cold in London at that point of time. He escaped easily enough from the boys who followed his footprints in London, but his adventures were by no means over. He had chosen a bad time of the year to wander in London without clothes. It was midwinter. The air was bitterly cold and he could not do without clothes. जैसे कि मैम ने अभी आपको बताया कि उसने क्या किया जब मिड विंटर का टाइम था उस वक्त ही डिसाइडेड टू इनविजिबल होने के लिए इट वाज इम्पोर्टेंट कि उसके अगर वो क्लोथ्स पहनेगा तो एक स्ट्रक्चर तो दिखेगा ना लोगों को सो ही डिसाइडेड दैट आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू वेयर एनी क्लोथ्स सो दैट आई कैन गो completely unseen but the weather was quite cold and of course now Griffin was looking for some clothes to wear. So instead of walking about the streets, he decided to step into a big London store for warmth. Closing time arrived, and as soon as the doors were shut, Griffin was able to give himself the pleasure of clothing and feeding himself without regard to expense. Okay, so store बंद हो गया तो क्या हुआ अब ग्रिफिन वहां से कुछ भी क्लोथ्स उठाए वहां पे कुछ भी खा ले उस स्टोर में तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है he doesn't have to make any payment. He broke open boxes and wrappers and fitted himself out with warm clothes. Soon, with shoes and overcoat and a wide brimmed hat, he became fully dressed and visible person. In the kitchen of the restaurant, he found cold meat and coffee, and he followed up the meal with sweets and wine taken from the grocery store. Finally, he settled down to sleep on a pile of quilts. Quilts क्या होता है जो कंबल होता है उसको इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं quilts. So Griffin जो था उसने अपने आप को अच्छे से पहले वार्म किया अच्छे से खाना खाया he even had some sweets some wine and then on a pile of clothes he went off to sleep. तो सर्दियों में क्या होता है आपको बहुत तेज नींद आ रही हो और suddenly you get that quilt warm side quilt है वो मिल जाए तो उसके बाद कितनी अच्छी नींद आती है ना this is exactly what happened with Griffin. If only Griffin had managed to wake up in good time, all might have been well. As it was, he did not wake up until the assistants were already arriving next morning. When he saw a couple of them approaching, he panicked and began to run. They naturally gave chase. In the end, he was able to escape only by quickly taking off his newly found clothes. So once more, he found himself invisible but naked in the chilly January air. This time he decided to try the shock of a theatrical company in the hope of finding not only clothes but also something that would hide the empty space above his shoulders. Shivering with cold, he hurried to Drury Lane, the center of the theatre world. He found a suitable shop. He made his way invisible upstairs and came out a little later wearing bandages around his forehead, dark glasses, false nose, big bushy side whiskers, and a large hat. To escape without being seen, he callously attacked the shopkeeper from behind, after which he robbed him of all the money he could find. So, अब क्या हुआ था? Griffin had slept in that clothing store, but next day जब जो वहां पे वर्क करते थे क्लोथिंग स्टोर पे वो लोग आए तो उन्होंने ग्रिफिन को देख लिया नाउ ग्रिफिन ऑफ कोर्स हैड टू escape because Griffin was wearing the new clothes that were available in the store. So what he did, he again put off his clothes so that he could escape easily. And then he went to a theatrical company जहाँ पर उसने कुछ कुछ costumes उठाए कुछ props उठाए so that he could escape easily. And of course he also wanted money. तो ये theatrical जो company थी there he went उसने क्या किया जो bandages available थी उससे अपने आप को ऐसे cover किया पूरा glasses पहने उसी के साथ he even took some like the big bushy whiskers also he wore. And of course along with that जो shopkeeper था जिसके पास ये सारा थिएटर का सामान होता था जो ग्रिफिन था उसने वहां पर उस शॉप में भी चोरी की. So again proving that he was a lawless person. Eager to get away from crowded London, he took a train to the village of Iping, where he booked 2 rooms at the local inn. The arrival of a stranger at the inn in winter was in any case an unusual event. A stranger of such uncommon appearance set all tongues wagging. What is tongues wagging? When someone sees something very shocking and their tongues come out and they're like, "Ye kya hai?" Like that. So that's tongues wagging. All right. Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, made every effort to be friendly, but Griffin had no desire to talk and told her, "My reason for coming to Iping is a desire for solitude." Solitude होता है जब आप अकेले रहना चाहते हो बिल्कुल, because you want some peace of mind. I do not wish to be disturbed in my work. Besides, an accident has affected my face. तो ग्रिफिन का क्या था? All over his face वो bandages लगी हुई थी, right? So जो ये uh, जिस इन में पे he had gone, उसकी जो owner की wife थी Mrs. Hall, she thought that this person seems a little strange, so she did try to be friendly with him, but that did not help. In fact, Griffin ने reject कर दिया वो friendship या वो conversation को, saying that I want to be in solitude, और ये झूठ बोला that an accident has affected his face. Satisfied that her guest was an eccentric scientist, eccentric मतलब बहुत अजीब, and in view of the fact that he had paid her in advance, Mrs. Hall was prepared to excuse his strange habits and irritable temper. But the stolen money did not last long, and presently Griffin had to admit that he had no more ready cash. He pretended, however, that he was expecting a check to arrive at any moment. Shortly afterwards, a curious episode occurred. Very little in the morning, a clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noises in the study. तो उसी इन में क्या हुआ कि जो और लोग रह रहे थे उन लोगों को कुछ अजीब सी आवाजें सुनाई दी. तो जब वो लोग उठे तो क्या हुआ? Creeping downstairs, they heard the chink of money being taken from the clergyman's desk. Without making any noise and with a poker grasped firmly in his hand, the clergyman flung open the door. Surrender! So क्या हुआ? Clergyman ने दरवाजा खोला और बोला, surrender कर दो अपने आप को, जो भी चोरी कर रहा है. Then to his amazement, his means the clergyman. Then to his amazement, he realized that the room appeared to be empty. He and his wife looked under the desk and behind the curtains and even up in the chimney. There wasn't sign of anybody. Yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. Extraordinary affair, the clergyman kept saying for the rest of the day. But it was not as extraordinary as the behavior of Mrs. Hall's furniture a little later in the morning. तो क्या हुआ Mrs. Hall के furniture के साथ? The landlord and his wife were up very early and were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open. Usually it was shut and locked, and he was furious if anyone entered his room. The opportunity seemed too good to be missed. They peeped round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. The bedclothes were cold, showing that the scientist must have been up for some time, and the stranger still. The clothes and the bandages that he always wore were lying about in the room. तो जब ये लोग साइंटिस्ट के रूम में गए तो क्या हुआ? उनको ऐसा लगा कि रूम के अंदर कोई भी नहीं है, और जो बैंडेजेस वो ग्रिफिन पहनता था वो जो थी वो रूम में पड़ी हुई थी. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff. This is sniffing. Sniff close to her ear. A moment later, the hat at the bedpost leapt out and dashed into her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive, springing up in the air and charged straight at her, legs foremost. As she and her husband turned away in the terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to slam and lock the door after them. Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stairs in hysterics. Hysterical is, when you become so out of control seeing something which is so unusual. She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits and that the stranger had somehow caused them to enter into the furniture. My poor mother used to sit in that chair, she moaned. That means crying. To think it should rise up against me now. The feeling among the neighbor was the trouble was caused by witchcraft. So everyone thought कि यहाँ पर कुछ supernatural चीज हो रही है, all right? But witchcraft or not, when news of the burglary at the clergyman's house became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having a hand in it. Suspicion grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready cash. तो क्या हुआ, शक किस पे जा रहा था, साइंटिस्ट पे जा रहा था कि इसने चोरी की है। और वो शक कैसे थोड़ा पक्का हुआ, पहले तो उसने बोला मेरे पास पैसे हैं नहीं, और उसने बोला मेरे पास एक चेक आएगा जिससे मैं पेमेंट करूंगा इन पे। ऑलराइट, सो बट क्या हुआ, ही प्रोड्यूस्ड कैश इंस्टेड ऑफ चेक। The village constable was secretly sent for मतलब किसी चीज के लिए जब आपको भेजा जाता है, कोई मैसेज भी भेजा जाता है, उसके लिए भी यूज होता है ये। Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. Okay, तो अभी तक उनको लगा था कि रूम में कोई है नहीं, but suddenly जब मिसेस हॉल गई देखने के लिए तो साइंटिस्ट जो था वो वहां पर था। I want to know what you have been doing with my chair upstairs, she demanded, and I want to know how it is you came out of an empty room and how you entered a locked room. The scientist was always quick-tempered. Now he became furious. बहुत गुस्सा आ गया. He said, "You don't understand who or what I am," he shouted. "Very well, I will show you." Suddenly he threw off the bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and the artificial nose. It took him only a minute to do this. The horrified people in the barn found themselves staring at a headless man. Mr. Jaffers, the constable, now arrived and was quite surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. But Jaffers was not easily prevented from doing his duty. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that person had to be arrested with or without his head. There followed a remarkable scene as the policemen tried to get the hold of the man, who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw off one garment after the other. Finally, a shirt flew in the air, and the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see at all. Some people tried to help him, but they found themselves hit by blows that seemed to come from nowhere. So imagine, being invisible, Griffin was able to hit all of them, that don't try to catch me. He was a lawless man, though very brilliant scientist, but of course very lawless and very aggressive also. In the end, Jaffers was knocked unconscious as he made a last attempt to hold on the unseen scientist. There were nervous, excited cries of "Hold him!" But this was earlier said than done. Griffin had shaken himself free, and no one knew where to lay hands on him. Interesting story. How many of us want to be invisible? And for what reason that's important? I think most of us want to be invisible for wrong reasons only, right? Just like Griffin. But we shouldn't. Okay? So I'm sure you've understood this chapter. अब इस chapter के next session में जब हम मिलेंगे, we are going to understand the character sketch of Griffin and what is the value or what are the various values that we learn from this particular story. Till then, do like, share and subscribe to Educator Prerna, and of course, stay blessed. Thank you.